Close the door. Now we can talk. The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards. Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing.
He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassadors' parties.
Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you.
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've gotta go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Ah, fellow latecomers, this little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, lady. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on the drinking. Perhaps we might share a carriage after the party? I know, we've just met. But think, by the time the party is over, we'll no doubt be fast friends. I look forward to it.
Awful damn cold up here, and only the guests are allowed inside. Damn foreigners in inhospitable areas.
Your invitation, please. Of course. Just bring it to me when you find it.
I'm paid to wait to take your home.
Please,
Enjoy yourself.
I'll go after you. Although these fellows know me, I never miss one of these parties, you see.
Your invitation, please. Of course not. Purely a formality. Now I need to see your invitation. Thank you, ma'am. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Yes. Now, find myself a drink. Inside, my friend, inside, where only the women and drinks are going.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim, and you are? Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arenthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later.
The soldiers all
Please,
fighting in
enjoy
the war. There's
yourself.
nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
I've heard those mages up in Winterhold have been trying to figure out how many dragons there are in Skyrim to live that way.
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable.
After all, Yorlin works the Skyforge. How
For
is any
now,
smith
perhaps.
going to compete with
But
that?
I've heard disturbing rumors that they're marshalling their strength. I suspect the treaty that ended the war was just a tactic to buy time so the Thalmor can rebuild their armies. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not sure the Empire can afford another war.
Many hours it could to be
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every day. But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone.
Thank you.
One thing everyone can agree on. This war is bad for business.
Interesting.
There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages.
How harsh the winter
For this reason, I avoid them when I can.
There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
The 10 today.
What have you heard?
If I had my way, I'd spend all my time at parties like this, and none of it dealing with the common rabble.
Than an armed mob.
Have you tried the wine? It's better than anything in the Blue Palace.
You've got to admire I've known her long enough to appreciate her excellent tasting food and wine, and also long enough to respect her importance to Skyrim. She plays a vital role in rooting out the forbidden worship of Talos. As far as I'm concerned, those Talos worshippers get what they deserve. All they do is cause problems for me and the other Jarls.
It's a necessary part of my job to mix with the upper classes of Skyrim, such as they are.
Yes, I know what you mean. Most Nords struggle to accept change. Those who fought the Thalmor in the Great War still see an enemy. But that war is over, and a new day has dawned. Besides, the Thalmor reward their friends richly. Anyone who doesn't take advantage of that is a stubborn fool.
I hope they'll serve the roast venison with bitter green sauce that we had at the last party. That was delicious.
I couldn't agree more. By the way, have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
Well, I did hear that the Argonians have been banned from living inside the walls of Windhelm. They're only allowed on the city docks now. Most of them sleep together in one building, and they're poor as wretches. Have you visited Rorikstead lately? No matter how harsh the winter, the crops that grow there never falter. Even when every other farm in the hold is barely scraping by, the harvest at Rorikstead is always bountiful. Is it good fortune? The blessings of the Divines? Who knows?
Did you know Victoria is the Emperor's cousin? Best stay on her good side.
The East Empire Company has interests all across Tamriel, inside and outside the Empire's borders. We try not to get involved in politics. However, as the head of the company, it's my job to make sure we maintain good relationships with prospective partners and investors.
I beg your pardon? You must have me mistaken for someone else.
A delicate question, to be sure. I'm the Emperor's cousin, and the Empire has little love for the Thalmor. On the other hand, the Thalmor have considerable funds and are looking to expand their shipping. I haven't signed any deals yet, but I'm sure my cousin would want a cut if I do. What better way to soothe his wounded pride?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money.
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing.
Not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford.
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwen's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not.
There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs. But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms. And the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last.
I heard Elenwen say she's going to open a bottle of her best firebrand wine later. I can hardly wait.
I know just what you mean.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Elenwen must have told them to cut me off, the frigid bitch. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
Here you go, miss. Colovian brandy.
There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, servant girl! What's your name, dear?
Ah, Brayla, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
No, that's not what I'm interested in right now. I just wanted to get a better look at you. I like what I see, my dear. And believe me, I don't say that to everyone. I'm very discriminating when it comes to the female form.
Thank you, sir. Was there anything else I could do for you?
Oh, not at the moment. Maybe later. Don't go far.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that serving girl?
Yes, I agree with
I hear elf
Have you heard
women
any
are
news
insatiable.
Well, there might be nothing to it, but I've heard that the feud
Really?
between the Grey Maids
Yes,
and the
maybe that
Dragonborns
would be
in
just the
Whiterun
thing.
has gone ugly.
She seemed to be playing hard to get when I spoke to her earlier. Go on. See what she says. Now you've gone and gotten my hopes up again.
I suppose so, yes.
Dragons,
Erica, right? He was talking to me earlier. I could tell what he was after. I hate working these parties. Some of the guests are nice, but there's always a few like Erica. Please tell him to leave me alone, politely. I'm sure you'll have better luck getting through to him than I would.
Have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
I'm not sure that it's news, but lately it seems like every blacksmith in Skyrim is out to prove that he's the equal of Yorland Greymane. It's not really a fair comparison if you ask me. After all, Yorland works the Skyforge. How is any smith going to compete with that?
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Everything is splendid.
Your wish is my command.
Pleases me to hear
As
you
long
say
as it doesn't involve much physical activity. I seem to be having trouble staying on my feet at the moment.
Have you talked to Braylus yet? I'm not a patient man, you know. What? That little tease? Leading me on and turning cold at the last minute? I don't think so.
I'm
So,
sorry,
you
sir.
think you can
I
toy
didn't mean
with
to
me,
give you the
is
wrong
that it?
impression earlier.
No,
I
my
meant no
dear,
disrespect.
I have my heart. Oh, don't worry, I'll let you make it up to me. Now, where can we go for a little privacy,
No, I'm sorry, but I can't go anywhere with you. I won't. Please, I must get back to my duties.
Don't you dare walk away from me, you slut! Do you know who I am? Elenwen! This servant girl has been throwing herself at me in a
I could
most
learn a lot from the people
disgusting
in this
manner.
room.
Is that so, Erica? And you with such delicate sensibilities. It must have been most upsetting.
I demand that you have this wench removed from my presence at once.
Well, whatever the truth of it, I'm sure a few words with Master Relindo will have a salutary effect. Take her downstairs.
Yes, Madam Ambassador. Mistress Ellenwyn, it's not true. I did nothing. Sir, you must tell her. You don't know what they'll do to me. Please. What did you tell him? Why did you do this to me?
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
Coffers are running dry.
I've spent many hours in council meetings lately grappling with that problem.
We must keep faith in ourselves and the Divines.
The Empire is fortunate to have the support of the Thalmor during this difficult time, don't you think?
Is the food and drink to your liking?
As much as can be expected, yes.
Excellent. I'll leave you to it then.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships
Are
with
the
the
dragons
movers and
frightening
shakers
your
of
people as
Skyrim.
much as they're frightening mine?
See that disgusting
Is my
drunk
star
over there?
seeing to your
A
needs?
high-ranking official.
My friend, a toast to a beautiful friendship. Of course! I would do anything for you, my one and truest friend. What do you need
This
from
war
me?
won't last much longer.
Yes, I
Is
agree.
that all?
Have you heard any
My
news from the
friend,
other parts of
you've
Skyrim?
come to the right person.
Well, I
You
did
could
hear
say that
Ulfric
causing a
Stormcloak
scene
was
is
slain while
somewhat of a
defending Windhelm
specialty
against a
of
dragon.
mine.
But it sounds
Stand
too
back
good
and
to be
behold my
true. I'll wager it
handiwork.
was Ulfric himself that started the rumor. Maybe he thought it would bolster recruitment.
Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Ellenwyn, our
Rasman,
mistress.
what are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands off me. I'll be a good boy now. Wouldn't want to offend our Thalmor overlords, would we? Someone bring me a drink, quick!
Ah, I see. Very well, my
I look
friend.
forward to the
I'll
day
do
when
it.
this rebellion is put down and we once again have peace.
Huh?
It's all for a good cause, old chap. Ulfric Stormcloak, the rightful High King? That's bordering on treason, man. Stand up! Stand up, I say!
I don't understand. Did you say Ulfric
You take it back,
Stormcloak?
then?
Fine,
You retract
fellow.
your statement? Well...
I mean, no, of course I condemn him in the most...
Raslan. And you promise to behave
Before
yourself.
anyone notices us.
Remove him. He's disturbing the other guests.
I protest.
Yes,
This is an
Madam
insult to
Ambassador.
the dignity of my person. This time I'm completely innocent.
Tell your men to stand.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder.
I apologize.
Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Absolutely untrue. That is, yes, of course. What? I don't understand why everyone... Never mind.
Who comes, Malvern? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. Good luck.
Did you see those robes
You're on your
marching
own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, Maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds. Other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks, in the end. Now, I have work to do. Leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help you. He talked to me. He trusts me.
You'd like to come downstairs with me, is that it, Gissa? Shall we loose his bonds and put you in a cell together? You can ask him anything you like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
Rollendale. One day the shoe will be on the other.
What did you tell him? Why did you do this to me? Oh, thank you. I don't understand what's happening. I can't stay here. What will I do now?
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? What do you want then? Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere. They grabbed me in Riften. They seem to think I know something. They just kept asking me the same damn questions. I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here. No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die. Over here! You are but a dog, and I am your master!
That takes care of that. Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
You didn't have to help me, so thanks.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.